Hello, folks. My name is Seth Schiffer. I'm out of Rehoboth Beach. I'm the owner of Boat Buffs. It is a mobile marine detailing and restoration service. I service the Delaware coast at the moment. I hope to, once I grow, move into Ocean City, which is an even bigger market, so I'm working to get there. But straight out of high school, I landed a job with a boat broker out of Dewey, and I spent the next few years basically cleaning all of his vessels, hand waxing and bottom painting, all that good stuff. From there, actually, a few years later, landed a job with Chris Spodo at the car wash in Rehoboth, where I learned a lot more about clear coat and gel coat finishes and actually how to use a machine buffer the right way. And from there, it had been in my head for a few years. Basically, I was doing this work, this grunt work for a wage, and I had always, it's a very untapped market in this area, and I'd known that, and so basically the following season, I took the little bit of capital I had and just invested it into a truck, and the cleaning and the cleaning tools and supplies I needed to just get started. And that was a couple summers ago, and I did all right that summer, not great, but I actually came back this summer and with a little bit more knowledge of where to market and where to advertise, and actually did more than twice the business that I did the summer before and stayed busy through the months this year. Basically, when I receive a phone call from a potential customer, I always make an appointment for an estimate. I learned that one the hard way. I have to evaluate the condition of the boat, determine what process, what materials, the man hours invested, and really the owner's needs before I hop. There's so many variables. It's crazy. It's not car detailing, but on the average job, I hop on the vessel. I basically proceed to wash and remove all the grease and dirt from all surfaces of the boat, mildew, water stains, mold, barnacles, scuff marks, everything. And then I pretty much proceed to restore every surface as close back to its original state that I can. Most of that is fiberglass, which over the couple of years I've learned what products, what compounds, and things that really work the best. And I'm proud to say that I can restore fiberglass now back to almost in any condition, and almost back to its original state. And that also goes along with the metal, all the metals on the boat, and vinyl, and pretty much every surface. So you could say it's actually more of a restoration service than a detailing service, but I just then proceed to remove all the footprints and fingerprints, and it is detailing, clean the glass, and that's an average job. I meet up with the owner to discuss any future problems he could have that I can't repair, or and how just to simply maintain it, anything that he can do himself. In the future, I hope to put the money in marketing, in the right marketing places so that I can grow and hopefully hire more employees and be able to push out more work in a week and hopefully become successful. All right. Thank you very much, guys.
If there's any questions. Are there any questions for Seth? Good morning.
Good morning.
As a boat owner, what do you find being the most difficult as far as getting to a boat? Do you do any work in the water? Do you require dry docking?
Yeah, I do it everywhere. I do it in the water, on lifts behind people's houses, on trailers, on blocks. I mean, it's if it's in the water, it's obviously there's a different price because the hole's in the water, obviously. So, but yeah, that's why I said there's so many different variables but I do it everywhere. It is mobile, definitely. I mean,
I guess what I was really looking at is, what do you see is the hardest sell point that you have? A customer says, hey, I got this boat I want you to look at. What do you see as being the most challenging aspect of getting that customer to say, look, come do it?
I guess, just making sure I have it. I mean, I could get to a job, and if it is on a lift in the back of his house, I have to make sure I have 3 50-foot extension cords. So, I mean, I'm still learning those. I swear, in every job, there's something new. So just hopefully, more experience will help me. And that's why I go and do estimates, because I can just figure all that out before I set the date and set the price. And so I hope I semi-answered your question.
When you were speaking, you were talking about how your business has doubled from last summer. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, I don't own a boat, but I know lots of people do. So when you're talking any valid paints and all that kind of repair work on boats, it seems like this would be a great off-season business. And I'm wondering, is that something you're going to...
Yes, definitely. I have winterized before. I don't know if my insurance at the point actually covers anything motor mechanically wise. That's why I haven't reached into that. But I started repairing surfboards, mine and friends, when I was 15. And I do plan to get better with gel coating so that I can become a fiberglass repair service too, which I have tried. It was definitely takes some experience and a lot of practice, so it's not something I'm not there yet, but I definitely want to tap into the winterizing, shrink wrapping, the actual repair of fiberglass. Definitely, and I mean, there's definitely the market for it here. I mean, there's a couple major marinas around here, but when it comes to detailing, if you call Schwartz Marine in June, then you might get your boat cleaned in August. So I'm at the detailing part now, and I just hope to branch out from there in a lot of directions. So.
Seth, where do you see your business being in 3 to 5 years from now?
I hope to have employees, more than my wonderful fiance's 4 hands, so that we can produce more work. But it is very hard work. It's not something I can just hire on the spot for $9 an hour and come. It's just, I don't know, figuring it out. But hopefully just to be in Ocean City, cleaning boats there from everywhere from Lewis to Ocean City, and repairing fiberglass and winterizing it and doing it all, basically. That's what I hope to be. So.
Questions?
Would you consider car detailing in conjunction with your boat detailing so that you'd balance out your potential workload?
No, I hope to kind of fill my season more with hopefully the gel coat repair and the winterizing. And I know the car, it is a completely different world. It's a different thing. I mean, clear coat is very different from gel coat. So on the machine side and everything, and then the interior of a car is completely different. I mean, it's just a whole other world that, I mean, I'd rather be restoring clear coats on RVs, and I'd rather get in. I do plan and hope to get into RVs also, but I don't think I'm going to go into the car direction now.
Okay, one other thought about financing. Have you considered the products that you use on the boat detailing and whether or not you could get some sponsorship from these major suppliers, like, in the car end of the business, Mothers is big, as far as waxes and finishes, etc.
Sponsorship? No, I haven't. I mean, I do have a wholesale account with a major marine supplier, but I mean, that's the closest to any kind of discounted or wholesale prices that I get. No, I don't have any kind of sponsorship or anything like that with anyone now. Thanks for that. Yeah.
Seth, congratulations for making something happen.
Thank you.
I'm about structure and organization.
Okay, well, I'm not. To be honest, to be real honest.
That's why we need to talk. I want to ask if you have a business plan or if you've established what I call a POA, a plan of action.
Yeah.
All right, good. I want to see you when we're done.
Okay, that's fine.
Julie?
Where do your customers come from? Where do your leads and your...
It's mostly the Rehoboth Lewis area, definitely, which is where I've done 80% of the marketing. I've also have marketed down in the Bethany area, too, and the Long Neck area too. But it's mostly the Rehoboth Lewis area. But
Yeah. Yep, time for one more question.
Good morning. I just wanted to follow up on that in terms of your marketing, what you've learned about, like, where do you advertise? How do you, and how did that change from year one and year two?
The first season, I definitely was winging it with the advertising. I mean, I will say that most of my jobs on the first summer came from referrals and my previous customers. So I mean, I honestly really didn't do that much advertising, but I kind of figured out where not to advertise. I definitely did. The next season, I feel like I definitely made better choices, and it was, the Cape Gazette was great, especially for the price. I was on the scrolls at the bottom of the local on the 8s, which landed me a couple jobs, and then I had road signs made, and those got me a few. I mean, honestly, I could say that referrals have gotten me most of my jobs.
Well, Seth, what can we do as a community to support you and help you grow?
Yeah. My boats. Extend the summer season. Keep the warm weather here.